I published 4 books in 22 days. I feel like what I did in this past 3 weeks was very. I didn't even. It was like when I created the Raw Food Worldwide Meetup. I was blown away, and I was like, I can't even believe I did that. Like
Uh-huh.
I didn't even know that that was in me. And then the same thing happened when I did all these books. Speaking of, which we'll get to after, I want to show you guys the books. I was thinking to myself, like, I kept, every time my husband came home, and I was like, babe, I published a book. He's like, I know. I was like, can you believe it? Like, I figured it out all on my own, like a little kid. And then I did another one.
Like
I was like,
something that seems so out of
yeah,
reach or
I was
out of
just like,
touch.
I was blown away. I was literally blown away. And you know what I realized? If you don't inspire yourself, you're not doing enough. I inspire myself. I finally gotten to a place where it's not like I'm reaching out to other people for inspiration. I'm literally like building this momentum where it's inspired, myself is inspiring me, if that makes any sense.
It's good to be inspired, but you're right. It's good to look back at something and be like, wow. And I think a lot of times just consistency and staying with it is inspiring, because so many people like if you had sat down and thought one little hard thing, like, oh, I don't understand this program. I'll just put it off till tomorrow. But you like stuck with it, figured out how to do the books and did it. So now you're able to look back and like reflect on that, like, wow, I did that, by remembering
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
moments when you feel like giving up on something.
I'll show you the books really quick. You guys,
It sounds cool to probably hold them in your hand,
when
right? Like,
I can't even tell you when you create something on the computer and then you can physically hold it in your hand.
yeah.
It's amazing. Like, look how cute it is. It's like
That is so cool.
it's
I
the
like the
perfect
shape of
size. Yeah, it's like a like don't sweat the small stuff size. This is the kitty book,
I'm gonna buy that for every kid I know on Christmas.
The Adventures of Veggie Girl. Super cute. And then I published
It's like
a second
about a
version.
coloring book. I want a coloring book too.
I wish I could figure out how to get AI to do that, but yeah, this is
That looks good, Jamie. Like,
just in case you guys are wondering, I used Chat GPT to make the pictures. And I
it's
used
awesome.
Chat
I love those pictures.
Yeah, I used Chat GPT to help me with the storyline too. And look how cute that little world is. Look at that.
It is like you wrote the story. Like, I think we can use AI, but like you gave it all the like ideas.
Exactly. Right,
Because
right, right. I put
you
yeah.
were like you were actually the little girl who ate all the veggies, and then now you had a little girl and you're inspiring them to eat right. Like, it's totally not like off the wall something,
Yeah,
you
that
know.
it's hard to say because when you say like I used Chat GPT to make the book, they think like, well, Chat GPT did the whole thing, but
Well, I think if you've
AI,
never used it, you don't understand how it doesn't really do that, but it just
yeah,
organizes. It's like having a really cool friend and editor that's like,
yeah,
hey,
or
all
assistant.
my thoughts, can you kind of, because I tend to ramble, can you kind of shorten this for me? Like, it's so cool. Like, the first time Dawn told me about it, I was like, no one else is writing my stuff. I'm an individual. No one could understand how to help me write a computer. And then now I'm like, my whole life, I'm like, I'm going to ask ChatGPT. It's almost
Yeah.
like Google. I'm like, I don't know what I did without it now.
It's not going to do it for you. It's not just going to
Right.
magically create something. You are the one that's using it as a tool. So
Mm-hmm.
you really are the creator, like it didn't just come out, Veggie Girl has been, I've had this thing, Veggie Girl, like I've used it in usernames, for
Yeah.
websites and stuff like that. So I've been using this term Veggie Girl. I never ever thought that I would make it into a children's book,
Right. That's
just
so cool.
yeah, just one day I was like, huh, can you make an image of a superhero girl? I don't even know where the idea came from, you guys. It popped in my head 2 weeks
Fine.
later I had a book, it was crazy.
That's
But
how you have to act on things. Like, I tell people
yeah.
about their diet. You can research and talk about it and watch a bunch of stuff and think about it for like years and nothing ever happens. Like, you already got the book. You're already going to be like on the kids bestseller list, and you could still be thinking about, I got to find a program to write a book. Like, but you already did it in 2
Well,
days.
and I used to do that. I have other books that I've
Me
started
too.
years ago that I never
I
finished. I had
started a book in
ideas for
2020.
things. Yeah, I never did anything, but because of AI, because of ChatGPT, I'm working on the course. I'm able to make the book. It's like you could just
Yeah.
do everything so much faster.
I love it. I love it. It's inspiring.
This book, I published a second one. There's a second version of this that has a more animated 3D animated movie style look. And I also created a 5-minute short film that goes with the Veggie Girl story that you guys, it's free on YouTube. You guys can share it with anybody you know. Yeah, it's really, really cute. Every time I watch it, I cry at the end with the mom and the daughter. It's so adorable. So I took the images and I put it into a different AI app, and it made them into videos, and then I compiled them together to make a short film.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I don't even know how I was really overwhelmed, but then, I just took the time and I'm like, look at the skills. Like, take time to learn new skills, you guys. And speaking of ageless beauty, when we learn new skills, it keeps our brain young. Like we have to keep learning and growing. It's part of life. Even in the book that we're doing for the book club, How to Stay Young, he talks about this. You have to keep growing. You have to keep learning. You have to keep evolving, learning new skills, keeping your mind strong and
We
sharp.
should all